All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's the delay for? Let's get it started because what an evening it's turning out to be. Well, once again, we are all here to recognize the best brands who are now, in fact, creating a landmark in the Indian landscape. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with the first round of felicitations. And, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Air India. Present the trophy and the certificate, and let's have a round of applause for Amol. Nowadays, receive the award. Can we keep that applause going one more time? March ahead to felicitate our next leading brand. Let's have a round of applause for AquaGuard. May I please invite Mr. Siddharth Singh to please come on stage. And it's time to keep the applause going as we now felicitate our next best brand. Let's hear it for Axis Bank. May I please invite Mr. Ashok Kumar to please come on stage, see the trophy and the certificate. Well, what a fabulous evening it's turning out to be. So let's continue with the felicitations and let's hear it for Bank of Baroda. May I please invite Meera Haridas to please come on the dais to receive the trophy and the certificate. We love the smiles coming from the audience when we read out the best brands. So let's widen our smiles and let's hear it for Bata. Mr. Harsh Lakra to please come on the dais to receive the trophy and the certificate. a round of applause for our next best brand? Let's hear it for BlackBerry. May I please invite Amar Thomas to please come on the dais? So time to honor our next best brand, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Citibank. Mr. Saurabh Kumar, as he comes on the dais to receive the trophy and a certificate. Will continue, and so will the applause. It's time to hear it for our next best brand of the evening. Let's hear it for Clinic Plus. Invite Aditya Kashyap and his team. Well, that's the smiling team coming right there on the day. So let's accompany them with some more applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to felicitate the leading brand. Can we have a round of applause for Colgate? Sharda and his team to please come on the dais. And can we have that applause one more time, ladies and gentlemen? You see, when the fanfare dies down, it means there is supposed to be some kind of silence before the storm comes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for our next best brand for the evening. Can we have a round of applause for Complan? Marketing excellence in the rice category. Can we have a huge round of applause for Dawat? Head also to our next brand, which also signifies a lot of innovation in terms of technology. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for Dell. invite Mr. Ajay Kale to please come on the stage. Before I announce the next best brand, I must give you a warning that this time when we applaud, we've got to do it really together. I mean it together, because the next best brand for the evening is Fevicol. So I'm not going to delay when I announce the next best brand. It's going to be very quick. Ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening is Fevikwik. Vishal Malhan to receive the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to felicitate our next best brand for the evening. Let's keep that applause going as we announce the felicitation for Fortune. Mr. Anurag Saxena and his team to please come on the dais to receive the trophy and the certificate. Well, if I have to take the name of the next best brand, it will automatically spur a lot of energy in the audience. It's time to hear it for Glucon-D. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on with our next round of felicitation for another pioneering name. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Godrej Appliances. Rotary to right here on the dais to receive the trophy and the certificate. Spreading their excellence in interiors, ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening is Godrej Interior. To receive the trophy. And with that, it's also time to continue the fanfare and the applause. Ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand is Hewlett Packard, HP. We continue the stations as we honor the next best brand. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Horlicks. And with that, it's also time to felicitate the next name of another pioneering name in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for ICICI. May I please invite Mr. Sachin Shukla to please come on the dais. And no more delay as we announce the next best brand, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for IDEA. Sunita Bangad and her team to please come on the dais to receive the trophy. Let's keep that applause going loud and clear. It's now time to announce our next best brand, Kansai Nerolac. Mr. Yatnesh Pandey to please come on the stage, receive the trophy and the certificate. Sure, we're a little hungry to find out what is our next best brand. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it loudly for KFC. Das Gupta to please come on the stage to receive the trophy. Very significant brand that has positioned itself for so many years in our country with tremendous respect. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for LIC of India. It's time to drive the applause across the hall because the next best brand for the evening is Maruti Suzuki. Ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening. Let's hear it loudly for Nycil. Another very significant name there. Well, I'm sure it's going to drive a lot of happiness, in fact, a lot of smiles in the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening is Pizza Hut. Ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening, well, the name speaks for itself. Let's have a huge round of applause for Prestige. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, our next best brand for the evening. Well, absolutely, the fit and fantastic. Let's hear it for Reebok. Can we have a huge round of applause for Reliance Digital? Moving on, it's also time to have a round of applause as we announce the next best brand for the evening, Reliance Life Insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, it's also time to felicitate our next best brand. Can we have a huge round of applause for Rupa Frontline? Name in technology, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a round of applause as we felicitate Samsung. Another very renowned name that has stayed in the minds and the hearts of all the consumers there. Let's have a round of applause. It's time to felicitate Saradon. And ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for our next best brand for the evening? It's time to have an applause for SBI Life. Talking about our next best brand, well, belongs to the automobile industry, another very, very pioneering name. So let's have a huge round of applause for Tata Motors. A refreshing round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because our next best brand for the evening is Tata Tea. Chairman, this is the final felicitation for the evening, so it's important for all of you to promise that the applause is going to be really loud, because it's now time to announce our final best brand for the evening. Can we have a huge round of applause for Videocon D2H? Truly privileged honoring them and felicitating them. And with that, I'd also like to thank Mr. Anil Kumble, Mr. Sambal Sara, and Mr. Deepak Lamba. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it's been a fabulous evening indeed. And what a start it's been with the summit. And, well, they often say that it's not over until it's over. Now, we often know that we're here. We've had a great evening with the felicitations. And yes, okay, you see my team members standing right there, my colleagues standing right there are very nicely prompting something to me. And you know, I have this very nice ability to understand the lip movements, very nice. Okay, so I think you're talking about the lucky draw. Superb, I'm a magician, I got it right. Okay, can we have you all on the stage? Well, ladies and gentlemen, your business cards definitely get you business, but your business cards can also get you lucky. Well, this evening we're going to be hosting a very wonderful lucky draw, and we're going to be giving away some fabulous prizes. We're giving away the BlackBerry Q10, and we're also giving away the Parker pens. And I think it's quite exciting. Are you all excited? No, it doesn't look like. I think we'll make that loud. Are you all excited? See, this side looks really excited, so we'll be a little partial to you. We're going to think about you too soon. Can we have you on the stage? Well, ladies and gentlemen, to do the first round of the lucky draw, I'm going to invite Mr. Deepak Lamba again. And Mr. Anil Kumble. Sir, if I may please invite you back on stage one more time. See, your luck is in their hands. Really lucky indeed.
'81.
He's just walked away with a BlackBerry Q file, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty close to the previous number, 78. Yeah.
Here, token number 78, walking away with a BlackBerry Q10. Trying to really applaud loud. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, yes. And our final lucky draw, sir.
$108. $108 in the room. It was a no ball. Ball again. Oops. This is 18. 1-8. 18. Oh, again. $177. $21. Again, this looks like a Javagal Srinath over. I guess even this may be. 195. No? Again. Oh God.
I think, sir, the audience really wants you for a longer time over here on the stage. So we're going to try that one last time.
173. Found the winner. Just checking. Finally.
As they say, all is well that ends well. After all that curiosity, it's 173. And our winner here walks away with a Parker pen.
Thank you.
Thank you once again. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so with that round of felicitations and, of course, congratulations to all our lucky winners, it is also time now to relax and unwind a little more here. But before that, I also have an announcement for all of you. Our gift partner, Soulflower, is in fact distributing gift vouchers to all our lovely audience here. So please do make sure that you do collect the gift vouchers from the registration counter from our gift partner, Soulflower. On that note, it's also time to bring in a little action on the stage again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, many times we often have this conflict of men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But many a times our next, in fact, the gentleman who's going to join us on the stage next, believes that men can understand women, of course, in a different style, because he's going to be putting up a little theatrical style here with his 20 years of theatrical performance in English and Hindi plays, as well as having done shows in more than 250 cities. We're joined this evening by Paritosh Painter. So can we have a huge round of applause? And he's going to tell us how men can really understand women. Can keep that applause going for Paritosh Painter.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lovely evening as yet, and now there's a little time for some entertainment. Now, what could be a better topic of entertainment for men than women? And what could be a better topic for entertainment for women than other women? So, what we are going to talk about is how men can understand women. What do women want? You know, men keep asking, women, they keep us guessing. And every time when a man tries to find out what a woman really wants, he looks like a dog chasing a laser pointer. Confused, disoriented, but strangely hopeful. So today we are going to talk about what women want. So all the women in the audience, I need your backup and support for a lot of things that I'm going to talk about tonight. Because a lot of things that I'm going to talk about tonight are things that happen to you in your real life. And I need you to support me because when I say most of these things, a lot of gentlemen out here are going to go, we don't believe this. So women in the audience, do I have your support? That's exactly the energy I was looking for. Women in the audience, do I have your support? Yes, thank you very much. Because I promise we are going to have a great show. I can promise you that. You know, we need to learn to laugh. We need to learn to giggle. You know, people always ask me, what's your favorite crowd? And I always tell them, women and children. Isn't that right, women? Women, because you laugh and you giggle, you know. On an all-women's conference, it's great fun. 1,500 women, they laugh and they giggle. And then what do? You tell the lady sitting next to you what I just said. She heard it, you heard it, but you want to talk to her in your own language. Did you hear what he said? He said we talk to each other in our own language. And she understands you and she replies like, I know, it's so funny. A 5-minute routine can go on for an hour and a half. But it's not the same for 1,500 men as I am experiencing it right now. 1,500 men for an hour laughing like this. Oh, he's so funny. But don't laugh. God will strike you dead. I've heard single men going that we don't laugh because then chicks won't dig us. They don't dig you anyway. So just men, go ahead and laugh. Now this show is about men understanding women. And for a man to understand a woman, we should know the basic difference between a man and a woman. For example, if you ask me to go buy meat, I will go buy meat and I will bring it home. It's like a military operation. If you ask a woman to go buy meat, she will go buy meat and also bring home some other meat-related products, like maybe a leather couch or a handbag. You know, I always knew men and women were different at shopping, but I could never quantify it until I got one of those GPS tracking devices and I tracked my wife and my shopping trip. So all I had to do in this was go to a mall, go to a Benetton store and buy a shirt. That's right. Go to a mall, go to a Benetton store and buy a shirt. Now here's how I do it. That's me there. I walk into the mall, I take a left, I take a right, I go to the Benetton store, I buy the shirt, I come out of the store, I take a right, I take a left and I'm back home. It takes me 14 minutes and cost me 3,000 rupees. Go to a mall, go to a Benetton store and buy a shirt. How hard is that? Now here's how my wife does it. There she is, she walks into the mall. Oh my God, look at those Jimmy Choos and they're on sale. Oh, look at that LV, it's so beautiful and it's on sale too. Oh my God, nobody told me there's a sale at Gucci store. Oh my God, there's a sale here, there's a sale there. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It takes her 4 hours, 28 minutes, cost me 98,756 rupees. And look, she's never got to the Benetton store. The thing is, there is something about women and on sale. Women feel if it's on sale, they have to buy it. It was on sale, I had to buy it. Somebody else would have bought it for their house, our stuff in their house. But I love women. Currently, I'm married to 5 different women, all living in a body of one single moody woman. She's like the Swiss Army knife. You never know which mood is going to strike when. You know, Osama bin Laden, you know, he had 3 wives. And he was staying in one compound for over 3 years, not having gotten out of that compound ever. Can you imagine what that means? 3 wives in one compound, that's about 5 to 6 mood swings per day. That's about 15 to 20 mood swings in a day. I somehow feel Osama himself must have called the US commandos. Come, get me, kill me, but just get me out of here. You know, women, I have discovered something what all men in India do, and the women, all right? Now, I'm going to ask you men, all right? Let's be honest, let's be bold. You know, don't look at her before you answer. Now, you're sitting on your favorite chair at home, and you're watching TV, and you're switching channels. Now, there is this thing about men, you know. Men don't like to see what's on TV. They always want to know what else is on. So they're always there sitting on their favorite chair and switching channels. Now, you're sitting on your favorite chair, switching channels, and your wife is sitting right beside you. Now tell me, does your wife get up, walk to the far end of the house, and turn on the tap or something, and then she starts talking to you? They do that. I know they do. And then what do you hear? What do you hear? You hear your name. Paritosh, we need to talk. Get lost. That's how I'm feeling inside. Because every time we need to talk about some stupid thing that I got to do. We never have to talk about anything that she needs to do. So what do we do? What do we do when we hear our name? We commit our first mistake. And we are like, what? And as soon as she hears this, she starts talking to you in faint voices. Putter, 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 putter. And then what do? We commit our second mistake. And we are like, all right, okay. And as soon as she hears that answers, she comes rushing out and she hugs you and she thanks you for being so sweet and understanding. And she picks up a handbag and she rushes out of the house, and you are left wondering, what the hell did I agree to? Now, lot of people, an awful lot of people watch Big Boss on television. I'm sorry, what I meant to say was, a lot of awful people watch Big Boss on television. You know, fortunately, my wife is not awful, so she prefers to watch the other daily soap operas. Now, a couple of days back, I was watching one of these daily soaps with my wife, and I was getting very irritated at the way she was taking everything to heart. And I was like, how can you sit here and cry about made-up troubles of people you've never met? And she was like, the same way you can scream and jump when somebody you've never met hits a 6. My wife is like, the problem with you, Ben, you're not sensitive. You've got to be more sensitive. You've got to be more understanding. You've got to be more putter, 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 putter. Let me tell you something, women. If you have a man by your side who understands, who cries with you, who wants to do things that you want to do, then he's definitely gay, all right? My wife loves to talk. Women, they love to talk. Men, we don't talk, but women, they love to talk. Women, they love to talk to men. Women, they love to talk to each other. They just want to talk. They don't even want to listen. I think that's the reason men grow hair in their ears. Those are nature's earplugs. You know, women, you need to understand the way a man functions. Men can either speak or listen. Speak or listen. Most men cannot do both. You know? But women, they can do everything. They can do everything. They can speak and listen. They can do this simultaneously. And not only can women speak and listen simultaneously, but they can do so on several unrelated subjects at a time. For example, a woman can start off with subject 1, and then halfway through, without giving any apparent notification, move on to the second subject. Now, all the women in the conversation know, here's the second subject. All the men think it's the same subject, so they all are wondering, what the hell is she talking about? And then she will bring in the third subject, brush up on the first, go back to the second. All the women in the conversation are aware 3 things are being discussed, but you should look at the faces of those men. They're all wondering, what the hell is going on here? You know, we all know that men and women use different amount of words in a day. All right? An average male uses about 6,000 to 7,000 words a day. Whereas an average female uses about 25,000 to 30,000 words a day. Now the thing is, the problem is not that she uses 25,000 to 30,000 words a day, but the problem is she wants to use most of these 25,000 to 30,000 words a day in the night when the man is just preparing to go off to sleep. Now, not only do men and women speak differently, but men and women hear differently as well. Really, believe me, men and women hear differently as well. Apparently, something I said to my wife upset her. What I said was, are you sure you want to wear this bikini to the beach today? Are you sure you want to wear this bikini to the beach today? What I heard was, darling, gorgeous, are you absolutely sure you want to wear this bikini to the beach today? Or do you want to wear the other ones which are there in your cupboard? What she heard was, fatty, Are you sure you can get your big fat ass in those pants? And have you managed to cover all your stretch marks because it looks like the Avengers have attacked you? Now, how do you handle such a situation? Now, while you're thinking, what the hell did I say? Her brain cells are gathering all the other unresolved arguments into the fight. Listen up, listen up. We have a situation up here. He said something about beach bikini, beach bikini. We need anything. Mother-in-law, girlfriend, anything. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And you know, excuse me? Hello? And, you know, when women get angry, we men freak out. Because it's a different kind of anger. It's thermonuclear. You know, we don't see it coming. It's all of a sudden, it's like the tsunami. It just comes on to you. So, you know, a husband-wife relationship, they say a husband-wife relationship is like a Bluetooth connection. All right? When the wife is around, there is a lot of love and affection. But as soon as the wife moves out, the husband is searching for new devices. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and being here. I know it's a small audience, but thank you for everything. Thank you, the Times of India Group. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, while we call it a wrap to the evening, we'd also like to announce that the Tata Zest has been put up outside, so we want you all to go and take your photographs. And also, please do not forget to collect the gift vouchers from our gift partner, Soulflower. On that note, thank you so much for being part of a fabulous evening. We cordially invite the rest of you to please join us for cocktails and dinner. Goodbye and take care.